Hi folks, Paul Boland here, and welcome to another work in progress video on DigiGraph 3. And I've got a rather interesting video to show you now, because as of last night I finished work on DigiGraph 3. Yes folks, the package DigiGraph 3, the software, is now complete. I do have a few small features I want to implement, but they are not part of the drawing tools here. All this part of DigiGraph is now complete. So the release is not far off now. What I want to show you in this video is the command line interface and how this works. So what I have now is I have this drawing up here in front of me. What I've done is I drew this line first, I then increased the size of the line and I drew this line. I then changed the colour of the line to red and I drew this line, and then I decreased the size of the line and I drew this line. I then took the eraser tool and I erased that small piece using the eraser tool at 1 pixel in size. I then increased the size of the eraser tool and I erased this piece. I then increased the size of the eraser tool again and I erased this piece. And then I went back to the line tool and I drew this box around everything. So just to show you all that in action, if I click the redraw tool, you can see that the drawing being the way I drew it. There you go folks. Now, all your drawing actions are saved here in the command list interface. This was a requested feature from teachers who use DigiGraph in the classroom. They wanted to be able to see the commands that their students had done. But I decided to take this a bit further, and instead of it just being a list of your draw commands, I actually implemented some controls into it. These controls allow you to edit a command, delete a command, or restore a deleted command. So I want to show you these in action. Basically folks, if you have a drawing and you want to edit or delete or restore a deleted command, you can now do it. This acts like a history of all your drawing commands, and you can change these throughout any course in your drawing. You can even load up a previously saved drawing from the file menu and all the drawing commands will be here, and you can edit away to your heart's content. That's one of the powerful things about DigiGraph. So let's change something here. Okay, as you can see folks, I went from a black drawing line to a red one. So if we look at the draw commands, you can see we started a new DigiGraph drawing. We drew the line base. This was for the black one there. We then drew the line, which took it to here, and then we changed the line. No, then we changed the line thickness to 10. We then drew line base and line to create this line, this thick line, and then we changed the color. You can see it there, folks. Change color. It's changed it to red. This was command 7 out of all the commands, and I'm going to edit this. So to edit it, if I want to say, right, I've got this drawing done, I decide, well, you know, I don't like it being in red, I want it in a different color. What can I do? Well, you select your command and then you click edit. This opens up a standard color selection dialog box. So let's change it to blue. Okay, I'll just make it a bit lighter blue. We're heading into a kind of a purpley there, but there we go. So if I OK that, watch what happens. Now folks, look at that. DigiGraph redrew the black line it changed this thickness of the line and redrew this line, but then instead of changing to red as originally specified, if we come back here, you can see that the line colour has now been set to this bluey purple colour, and it then proceeded to carry out the rest of the draw commands using that bluey colour, bluey purple. And of course folks, we can change the colour back to something else. So just to make it a bit more easier to see, I'm just going to edit it again and I'll change it to magenta. It should stand out fairly well then. Okay. So as you can see folks, we can change the colour. So what else can we change? Well, what else did we change in the drawing? Right, we changed the line thickness. You see that? So let's have a look. Right here folks, line thickness 10. That's where it draws these two lines. It then returns to a line thickness of 1. So I'm not going to change the line thickness of 10. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change this command here. As you can see, after I changed the line thickness to 10, I drew this line, I changed the colour, I drew this line, and then I changed the line thickness back to 1. So I'm going to change that one, okay? So again, you just select your command and you click edit. This pulls up this small dialog box where you can change the line thickness. And as you can see, it was set back to 1. So I'm going to change that. I'm going to make it something crazy just to show you initially, right? 60, okay? So if I OK that, it looks a bit crazy folks, but there you go, you see that? We can change the line thickness. Now that's obviously too thick, I'm going to change that again. So there it is there, line thickness 60. So I'm going to change that, edit. I'll make it 5 folks. Okay. So there you go folks, you can see that there's the original line at 1 pixel. Then we set the line thickness to 10, we drew this line and this line, and then I changed this to 5. So as you can see, this carries around then for all the other line drawing commands. Okay, so that's line colour we can change, that's line thickness we can change. So what else can we do folks? Well, what else is down here? We've looked at edit and we've looked at delete. No, we have not looked at delete. We've looked at edit so far for line thickness and line colour. Let's look at delete and restore. So what do these do? Well, delete is the first one we'll have to look at, because obviously we've got to delete a command in order to restore it. So let's look at that first. So what could we delete here folks? Well, let's say I did all this and I'm looking at it and I think to myself, well, you know what, I'm not sure about the colour at all. What if I just want the whole drawing to be black? So what could I do folks? Well, I could locate where I changed the colour, which is there, and I could just change that back to black. But let's say I want to remove that command altogether, right? So I'm going to click delete. Now when I click delete, the drawing will be redrawn, but this colour command will not be executed. So what should happen is, when it gets to here, after drawing this tick line, instead of executing the change colour command, it should just draw the next line still in black. So I'm going to click on delete. Now, look at that folks. The whole drawing is now in black because the colour command has been removed. And if we come over to the command list and just scroll up, there it is folks. Now you notice that the command is still on the command interface, but it's got null in front of it. Why is this still here? Well, it is possible you could delete something and you decide, well, hey, I don't want to delete it, I want that color there. I want that command back. In which case, you highlight the null command and you click restore. And as you can see, folks, when you restore a deleted command, it comes back into play and your drawing is redrawn with that command back in play. What else can we do, folks? Well, look at this erasure line. We've obviously changed the eraser to a fairly thick value here, and we've erased this huge piece of these two lines. What if we decide that's too thick, I only want to erase a small piece? Well, again, you just locate where that erasure command is. There it is there. Eraser thickness 50. Click edit. This box comes up. Let's make it smaller. Let's make it size 20. We click OK. And there you go, folks. A smaller section of the line is erased. And if we look in here, eraser thickness 20. Something else we can do, folks, is we could remove a draw command altogether. Now, you've got to be careful doing this because it can lead to some strange results. Let me explain. You see this line here, folks? This pink one? Let's get rid of that. So, where is that line? Well, it's after we draw this line here. So, let's see, folks. We've changed the color to pink. And there we go, folks. We drew the line base and we drew the line. The line base, folks, is where we start from and where we draw the line to. So, two commands. If I want to remove this line, the way to do it is to remove where you've drawn the line to, because drawing the line base doesn't actually result in a drawing. You're only setting where the starting point is. So if I remove draw line and click delete, that line is not drawn now. You see, it's gone. If I come back to the command list, you can see it there, folks. Null, draw line. So I'm going to restore that. And I'm going to show you now what I meant by you have to think about what you're going to remove. As I said, drawing a line is a two command process. You specify the starting point of the line and you specify where to draw the line to. As I said, as I showed you already, if you remove where you draw the line to, the line obviously does not get drawn. What happens if you remove the starting point? What happens then? Well, let's do that and take a look. So there's the command. After we've changed the color, we draw the line base and we draw the line. I'm going to remove the line base this time, okay? Now, why did this happen? Well, let's take a look at what we did. We drew this black line first, so we specified the base and we specified where to draw the line to. We then drew this thicker black line, we specified the base and we specified where to draw the line to. The next command changes the color, after which we then draw the thick pink line. But remember, we have now removed the base. So the result is, it's going to use the last known base point, which is where we drew this thick black line from, which is there. So when you remove the base point from the pink line, which should be there somewhere, then this here is the last known base point. and hence our pink line is drawn from there to there. If you look at our draw commands, you can see it there, folks. We removed the base. If we restore the base, the pink line returns to its new base point where it starts from and gets drawn. So folks, as you can see, DigiGraph 3 is shaping up to be really powerful. This command line interface really does offer an awful lot of power to the user. The release is fairly soon. I need to draw up the user manual, and the beta version of this will be going out to beta testers soon. So again folks, we've got openings there. If you want to be part of the DigiGraph 3 beta testing program, just go to the Night Track Productions website and sign up. But that's it for now folks. Really close. I'm very happy with how DigiGraph 3 is shaping up. Just stay tuned folks, the release is coming soon. That's it for now, bye.